Hello and welcome to my twin flame journey. I am Shine, and this is going to be a new series that I'm starting called The Lesson. And this one is going to be for the Divine Feminine for the month of September in regards to lessons that they are learning, have learned, or should be learning. And again, remember that masculine and feminine stand more for energy than gender. So whatever one you resonate with is your message. If you'd like if this reading does resonate and you'd like further insight onto your situation and you'd like a personal reading, all the information is below. If you would like to support the channel, please hit the like button and also subscribe, share, leave comments to let me know how it resonates. Also, hit the little bell for notifications so that way you'll be aware of whenever I upload new content to the channel. If you'd like to support the channel and make a donation, donations are greatly appreciated, and that information is also below. I've just done the masculine reading, so again, check that one out if you don't resonate with the feminine. But I know a lot of feminines will be checking out the masculine anyway because that's just what they do. What else here? Yours is a slightly different from the masculines because I kind of screwed up on the shuffle aspect of it. I wanted to, I rattled off each question and I was going to lay the card out as to each question. But after I cut the deck, instead of laying the cards out, I began to shuffle. So, however it may have come out, but it still comes out the way that it's meant to. So for the masculine, I'd shuffled and cards came out and sometimes they got an extra one. So to kind of make the feminines match the masculines, I did it the way that I wanted to do it originally, but I did clarify the same ones, I think, that the masculine had. I can't remember. I think definitely this one and this one. This one and this one. I'm sorry. Because the masculine got extra cards and this and this. But I provided an extra one for this just because I wanted to dig deeper. And feminine, you also got 3 cards as opposed to 2 that the masculine got. So again, I tried to keep it as to whatever spirit wants to come out, as long as they don't get ridiculous and kick out like 50 cards, because my readings are long enough as it is. But I'm seeing a lot of, again, similarities because, again, people that are in karmic situations or soulmate twin flame relationships that even if they're separate, they kind of feeling the same things, or, again, they're in karmic situations currently that are reflecting back to them, again, this lesson that they should have learned the last time around or many times around in the past. So hopefully this is going to help people, again, learn the lesson. For whatever. And again, this is general. It's not a personal reading. That's why it says if this resonates, definitely look to get a personal reading so you can gain more insight that's specific for you. Now, because I screwed up the last time with the masculine, I started the reading and I didn't read the overview first. Let us not repeat that. For you, feminine, the overview for the month in regards to this lesson is the word Lord. Communication, praise, and dishonesty. Now, again, whether that's being dishonest with ourselves, or someone is maybe communicating that they've been dishonest in the past, or dishonest with us currently now, because it depends. This is for feminines in general. And then we also had here the cosmos, which is creativity and vastness. And then we also have the Eagle King, which is the big picture or angelic help. Shoot, and I'm starting to wonder, I don't know if an hour from now, because I'm already guessing that's probably how long this is going to take, if I have enough light here. Hold on, let me, just to be safe instead of sorry, let me put on my extra lights that I have here. There we go. Just in case it gets dark. We don't want to be in a problem, in a pickle. The word Lord. Let's start with this one. 43. In the ally position, the word Lord rules communication of all kinds and lets you know that positive interactions can be expected when he arrives as your ally. He only speaks with positive words and praises all he sees. He reminds you of the laws of abundance and praise. When you bless the world, it blesses you back. When you say affirming, supportive words, they carry an energy that returns to you in physical form. Remember that each one has power and will resonate into the universe, seeking its reflection in manifest form. Your body responds to praise, as does everything in the world around you. Praise it for its inherent health and beauty. Applaud yourself for everything that you do, as even the tiniest accomplishments are important. Praise your bills. Who wants to be happy about bills? Come on, Spirit. Where am I? Give thanks for the services that you enjoy and watch the ability to pay them increase as you align with Spirit's increasing power. This is also a time to remember the powerful practice of affirmations. Write them down and speak them aloud as spiritual exercise. Say it is so and it will be. It's a very auspicious sign when the word Lord chooses to be your ally. So this is good. They're basically encouraging you to try to think positive despite anything that might be going on around you, to, positive affirmations, changing our mindsets, again, being grateful for the things that we have, being grateful for the things that we don't have. Because again, what you put out, you get back. So if you're always in a place of lack, I don't have, or in the I don't have, or the I'll never have, or any limiting beliefs or negative self-talk, whatever it is, like it says, whatever you speak becomes your reality. So be careful with your words and make sure that we are, again, speak only positively into our life so that we can allow for more positive things to come to us instead of speaking negatively and just getting more of that shit, because nobody wants that, you know what I'm saying? 41 for the cosmos in the, either way, it's an ally. So either position. Well, that's good. So you got everything in the upright, so that's good. The cosmos appears always as an ally and never a challenger. Creativity in all forms is represented by the cosmos. This is a sign to place your attention on creative projects. They will be successful. Well, that's good to know, because I sure have been focusing on that. And I need some success, you know what I'm saying, for all my toilsome labors. Remember that all of life is creative and you're always co-creating with the divine. The cosmos also represents the principle of infinity in the vastness of the energetic exchange of consciousness, influencing all living things. This teaches us that every intention we set is in fact contagious, with the power to influence others. We're entangled at our deepest energetic place, so we can't help but have an effect on others, from an individual level to a global one. This is a sign to remind you to open up to the well of creativity deep within you and be mindful of your thoughts and actions. Both are influencing your outer world. Most important, keep taking action towards your goals. As the cosmos responds perfectly to manifest your highest destiny, expect to be inspired and to meaningfully touch others with all that you create. So I like this message because obviously of the stuff that I've been called to do, even though I don't really see anything coming back to me. Like I said, all the hours that I spent on the channel, I've had, 7 readings in the past year. I've seen other readers blow up to like 13 to 80,000 in a year's time, and I have yet to break 1,000. So I'm wondering, I've been questioning my path, questioning if what I'm doing is right. I'm also working on creating my own tarot decks. I'm trying to do what I've been guided to do, even though I don't see any return. They're encouraging us, if you're also doing these kind of things, to, I guess, keep going, and your time will come. But again, I hope it comes sooner than later, because it's nice to see you get something back for what you put in your effort into, right? I know I'm not the only one. Yeah, seven. I've had 7 readings, and only one person has donated $5 in the past year. And I've put a lot of hours, a lot of time, a lot of energy into, doing what I've been called to do. And yet, like I said, I see other people blowing up, and they don't offer half the insight that I do. Or the simple fact, again, you put hours and hours and hours of years, but again, sometimes people work for 4 or 5 years, and it's that 6th year that's their breakthrough. So I guess, again, for me, for you, for anybody who's like working on things, to kind of, again, still think positively, speak positively into it, see it, believe it, achieve it kind of thing. um, and try to remove the ego part of it if you can. Things will happen, I guess, when they're meant to happen. The Eagle King, the big picture, angelic help. The Eagle King is a sign that your highest destiny is within reach. You're on the right path now, even if you can't see where you're going. See? The Eagle King soars high above the mountains and valleys of life and is able to see the big picture when you seem to be lost in a bit of a fog. He makes a formidable ally as he takes your prayers up to the sun and releases them to the divine. They will be answered for the highest good of all. It's a fortunate omen when the Eagle King decides to be your ally. So, feminines, we got a pretty nice words of encouragement here for us to keep hope alive, to keep pushing forward, to keep focusing on ourselves and our healing and whatever projects or whatever career paths we've been guided to take, and know that, and all will work out as it's meant to, I guess. Um, so the current situation for the feminine is the world in the reverse. Oh, I'm sorry. I wanted to do what was at the bottom of the deck first. The bottom of the deck is the Five of Cups, but in the reverse. So that's good if it's the positive aspect of trying to let go of past hurts, and focusing more on our career and our goals and ourselves. Again, they're encouraging us to do that. But it also can be, we're still not letting go, still clinging to some aspect of the past, still focusing on what we've lost and not what's ahead of us. Because there's 2 cups still standing here. So, and being able to, again, go with the ebb and flows of life as the river here is behind them. And know there's reason, season, lifetime, people. There's seasons in our lives that we're needing to, again, be able to go with the flow in. Know that not everything happens as we would like it, or in the timing that we would like it, or in the way that we would like it. Did I say that already? If so, I apologize. But again, just being open to allowing the universe to handle it, to know that the universe has our highest and best in mind. And as soon as we release things that whatever is holding us back, whether that be sadness, anger, hurt, pain, resentments, any kind of negative beliefs about ourselves and our abilities, whatever it is, if we let that go and speak positively into our life and into our future, then, and turn around and take the 2 cups that's ahead of us. And for some people, it's another soulmate. Good luck. Good luck with that, people. Hopefully it won't be a bad experience like before. Again, moving on, acceptance, forgiveness is what the 5 of Cups is in the reverse. So for some, it's about accepting our own roles and things, accepting things for what they are, not what they were, trying to forgive ourselves and others, trying to release, again, pains of the past, speak positive into our present, and work on our future. And keep it moving forward. Recovery from regret and acceptance of the past, realizing the full implications of the past and the lessons learned, recognizing the value of the experience, again, seeing the bigger picture, right? That's what this says here, the bigger picture of why things happen. And for some people, some things needed to end, or we needed to go through something painful again to teach us something about an aspect of ourselves that wasn't quite right. And for many feminines, again, it was about boundaries, self-love, self-respect. Don't love someone else more than you love yourself. Don't let someone treat you like a doormat or an option. Don't let people take advantage of you. Don't jump through hoops trying to prove your worthiness of love. Don't stay in situations that keep you unhappy with people who don't appreciate you because you fear being alone or fear, losing a companion, not realizing that, well, if you lost somebody who was treating you like shit, it's not really a loss, it's a gain. You know what I mean? Because you're able to open the door to meeting someone else who would treat you 10 times better. But sometimes if the wounding is, I need to be chosen, I need to win this person's heart, that stems from probably some childhood wounding of trying to get the love from a certain parent that you felt rejected by. And for many feminines, it was the father figure. For many masculines, it was the mother figure. But it could go either way, or it could be both. So it's, again, recognizing the reason of why we showed up the way that we do in our lives, whether that be in our relationships or in how we put in efforts into becoming better or believing in ourselves and what we can accomplish, or, again, knowing our value and our worth and what we deserve and not settling for less than, not settling for being less than all we can be. So it's about, again, gaining back our self-esteem, our self-confidence, our drive, our ambition, believing in ourselves, pushing forward through whatever challenges that we may overcome. Again, releasing people, situations, mindsets that are painful, hurtful, that cause self-destruction, self-sabotage, leaving you feeling left out in the cold, or, again, used, taken, whatever it is for you, you'll know. Learning to be open and to take risks again. So many people are trying to heal, trying to be open to new experiences. Or it could be, lingering regret and bittersweet memories. But, again, being hopeful of the future. It's also the end of suffering and beginning of new loves and relationships or new interests. Again, focusing on things that we know are going to be a good return on our investment. And, again, the wisest investment you can make is always within yourself first. Investing in yourself and your own growth and your own healing will allow you to then attract things that are of a higher vibration, not karmic shit, not, again, people or situations that's only going to leave you feeling in the lowest. Starting to engage with inspirational things, values, knowing what you want and what makes you happy. This is what we should be focusing on. Or it could be being trapped in the past still, or buried feelings, regret, so still kind of, but, again, all is a lesson. You can't change the past. We can be shoulda, woulda, couldas. We could have been, I don't know why I stayed in that, as long as whatever it is, you stayed in it as long as you needed to learn the lesson. It was always up to you when you would get it and release yourself from that, or release yourself from whatever limiting factors that you have going on in your life. And usually it comes at the expense of, pain being our greatest teacher. You get to a point where you have to take the rose-colored glasses off. You have to see the facts and stop trying to create realities that are your ideal. It's about being honest with yourself in regards to situations, people, ways that you're showing up, etc. Because, again, we can't blame anybody but ourselves for the majority of shit that we find ourselves in, because it was a choice. And, again, a lot of people choose to love someone else more than they love themselves, even more than the other person loves them, because for them it's the challenge of winning that person's heart. I gotta win this person, because if I do that, that will validate me in some way. Or the time and effort and the sacrificing and the martyrism that I showed and all the hoops that I jumped through, I'll finally win. Like, a lot of times you cling to that prize, but not realizing that the race that you're in is going nowhere anyway. Especially if you're with somebody who's constantly changing, the goalpost. A lot of people deal with narcissists and things like that. Again, whether you're dealing with a full-blown narcissist or any other cluster B personality type, or somebody who's just exuding those behavior patterns, selfishness, lack of empathy, controlling, manipulative, abusive, whether that be mental, which is gaslighting, lying, emotional, using emotional manipulation to gain living situations, or it is kind of being able to see through the smoke, come to a conclusion that is the truth, and not again living in illusions or living in lies or living in the hopes of healing someone, changing someone, or waiting for them to change. Again, self-sacrificing just because we gotta win with all our efforts and all our tears and all our whatever. Because again, sometimes you're dealing with somebody, especially if you're dealing with a narcissist, they don't give a fuck. You'll be, have one leg and one eye, and be bleeding out of your nose, and they don't care what suffering that you go through trying to win their love, knowing full well you'll never win it because they don't have it to give. Or again, dealing with people who are just selfish in nature, who need to learn their own lessons, obviously, but again, we get what we allow. And for many feminines, it's coming into that realization where they're not going to now allow what they did before, because they've realized their value, their worth, what they bring to the table. And once you are aware of that, you're not afraid to take whatever you can bring and bring it to another table with somebody who's going to offer you the same that you're giving in return. That is the big lesson for many feminines. It's not about them, it's about you. And it's a lot of people like to blame the other person and all their bad behavior. But again, if you keep wanting somebody back or wanting to make things work with somebody who has a repetitive pattern of bad behavior, that says something more about you than it does about them, right? We should want people in our lives that, again, truly love us, who have compassion and empathy and understanding towards us, who are equal give and take partners in relationships, who don't lie repeatedly or cheat or mistreat you in any way or make you jump through hoops or treat you like, an option or whatever it is for you. It's about, again, standing in your power, not needing someone outside of yourself to complete you, especially if you're holding on to somebody who isn't worth holding on to anyway. Because again, we gotta win, because we put in so much time and effort and tears and sacrificing and stuff. It's just to prove to yourself that all of it would finally pay off. But the question you have to ask yourself is, well, why did you have to go through that in order to win that person to begin with? Something was off there. And anybody that would watch you do all that is somebody who's not fully loving you anyway. So again, seeing the bigger picture here, right? Now here, the current state for the feminine, as I said, is the world in reverse. The world is, again, about cycles, completing cycles, learning lessons. It's also the travel card. But, it's about accomplishments, completion, closure, integration. But in the reverse, it's a lack of completion or a lack of feeling closure in a situation. And again, most of the time, sad to say, you have to find it on your own. I said, especially if, again, I'll throw out there the narcissists or whatever, people that you will never get the truth out of them. You'll never get them to admit that they're wrong, or that they did anything wrong. It's always about your reaction and not their actions. And I tell you right now, you were the only person in love in that situation. Those people treat people as means to an end. You were in that relationship completely by yourself. And the pain that you feel is completely yours too. And again, they don't give a shit. Or if you're not dealing with narcissists, or again, or just people that mistreated you in general, and you're needing to get over that hurt or that pain, but you're still feeling some kind of lack of closure, again, a lot of times you have to get it for yourself. You won't get it from the other person. As long as you know the truth, and you accept, again, your own role, and you acknowledge their role, you have to find the closure on your own to help you to move forward. Difficulty in completion, or tend to take the easy, quick path that doesn't lead to desired outcomes. Lack of closure preventing new beginnings, delays in change, losing focus to complete. So again, if you're working on anything, don't lose your focus. Keep working at it. Not taking all the necessary steps to achieve our goals. So I kind of just touched on that. Don't fear hardships and challenges. Rise up to them. Things left unsaid or people left hanging out in the wind, not knowing where they stand. So there might be a need for communication or closure. And again, sometimes you have to get it on your own. No communication is communication. No answer is an answer. When people are being silent or people are avoiding or people not giving you what you're looking for, that's all you need to know right there. As like I said, as long as you know the truth, that's enough for you. Don't be looking for someone else to validate your experience, especially if you know what it is. Because again, if you're dealing with liars and manipulators, they're always trying to twist things around to make it more about your reaction than their actions anyway. So again, try to find a closure within yourself. Don't fear the future. Don't fear letting things end that need to end. Don't fear new beginnings. Rise up to the challenges. And if you've been left hanging and if you've been left waiting and you've been left in uncertainty again, there's your answer. People's choices are in their actions, plain and simple. So if you're not getting anything, there's your answer. Whether or not that may change down the line, it depends. But don't put your life on hold. Don't stay in the woest. Don't be sitting around waiting again for someone else to validate you or to confirm your experience. So that again, that's the ego needing to feel validated or pacified in some way. And it's for a lot of feminines, and I had to learn this myself too, I had to find that on my own because I was not going to get it from the other person, because I was dealing with somebody who had a lot of, either they were full-blown narcissistic personality disorder or really embodied those traits. And this was my twin flame. So like I says, and titles don't matter. Twin flame, soulmate. If the person is not stepping up to the plate, if the person is not evolving, learning, changing, growing, is not treating you with respect, don't cling to that because of a title. You have a whole bunch of soulmates that you incarnated with in this life and that you've incarnated with in other lifetimes. If that one doesn't work out, the universe will bring in one that will. And they'll bring you the one that's also matching your newfound sense of self. If you're still in the negative shadows aspect, they'll bring you another lesson to learn through another person or through this same past person that might be trying to crawl back around. So it says the most important thing for everybody, masculine, feminine, doesn't matter. It's about your growth, your evolution, you shedding karma, you learning these lessons, you changing and evolving and becoming the best you that you can be. Healing whatever aspects of the self that need to be healed so we don't keep repeating situations or not moving towards goals or, taking chances as far as career or, talents that we may have or whatever it is for you. Allow cycles. Allow yourself to go with the flow of cycles, because there are lows and there are highs. There are good times, there are bad. There are, again, reason, season, lifetime people. But no matter what it is, the only true constant is your relationship with yourself. And whatever that relationship with the self is, that's what's going to reflect in your outer world. That's the experiences that you're going to repeatedly have. So again, try to speak positively into your life. Try to build up your self-esteem. Allow for closure, allow for healing, allow for releasing whatever it is you got to let go of that's maybe keeping you in a stuck place somewhat. I think that some are on their way, but there is still something that is still, that dark cloud is still lingering. And a lot of it is lingering because there's a feeling of a lack of answers, closure, reciprocity, acknowledgement, validation, whatever it is in regards to this past experience that you're having or a current situation that you're having. You may feel frustrated due to delays. You needing to have devotion, patience, and perseverance. This is a sign for you to not give up. Don't give up on yourself. This is, we have no control over other people, and I don't lead people down the primrose path and have them encourage them to put their life on hold for one particular individual, because again, free will, you know what I'm saying? The focus has to be on you, Alexis. And I never speak on anything that I have not, Alexis, been there, done that, got the t-shirt. You know, and I spent years waiting for someone else to acknowledge my efforts, my pain that they caused, their actions, whatever it is. And you can wait till the freaking cows come home. You have to find it for yourself. Again, focusing on making yourself better, making your own life better. And what is meant to come into your life will come into your life. And again, if you're in a higher place, that's what you'll attract. Now, the past, or what has led to this current situation, we got the King of Pentacles. So this is either someone that you're dealing with, or this could be you, because again, male or female, it doesn't matter. This could be you on the card. This person is, you know, worldly, successful. You know, this person is a symbol of ultimate fulfillment. You know, material satisfaction, high ambition, especially if we're trying to overcome financial issues. And again, maybe we have ideas or projects that we're working on, and we need to believe in ourselves, and we're needing to, again, focus on finding our own stability in life, what's going to allow us to have everything that we would like in the material realm. This person symbolizes all that they have built through their efforts. So again, don't keep putting in the work, keep putting in the efforts. Proud of their achievements, security, stability, trustworthy, discipline, in control, business ventures or investments, creative tasks, methodical, well thought out approaches that lead to success, problem solving, finding solutions, committed, devoted partner. So again, either this is what we were hoping to have, or this is what we're this is what we were hoping to have with someone else, or this is what we're hoping to have now, but we're still kind of clinging to that hope. And this is why we feel like we don't have any closure, or again, we keep waiting for someone to become this. You know, and again, we're needing to maybe let go and allow for change. Maybe something better is supposed to come along. Or again, this could be you trying to focus on, again, all those things that I just mentioned, trying to make yourself become better. Because currently, you know, we're not taking all the steps that we need to take in order to have the King of Pentacles vibe about us. King, Queen, it doesn't matter. And again, the feeling frustrated because you're not, this person's not, this person isn't stepping up to this, to becoming like this, or you're feeling frustrated and impatient because you're wanting somebody like this. Either way, but again, things come when you're ready. You have to heal before you deal, kind of things. And maybe, again, a lot of times we're focusing too much on the woo-woo and not on the bigger picture of why you are here, other things or other areas of your life that you're needing to work on first. Because again, if you want to attract a good partner, you first have to become one. So for a lot of feminines, they're encouraging you to, again, find your own independence, stability, follow your dreams, follow your passions, be creative, become independent. And again, you'll find someone who complements you, not looking again for somebody to complete you, and all the meantime you're ignoring other areas of your life where you're not progressing or investing in. So sometimes they will hold off on bringing someone into your life, someone that you're wanting to be like the King of Pentacles, because you haven't become the Queen of Pentacles yet. They're wanting you to focus on this stuff first. Then the love will come, or then the relationship will come, the right one. Now, how you are thinking and feeling currently, well, we have justice reversed. So again, people are thinking that, things aren't working out in our favor, or some people might be getting divorced. And there's kind of a delay in that, or there's some kind of, we're unsure as the reason why all this happened, or where we stand, or again, things just not working out in our favor, and we're still needing to release that. Again, everybody owning their sides of the street, focus on yourself, and then a King of Pentacles will come into your life. Or again, or maybe we were waiting for the person that we were with to become this, and they weren't, and now, you're currently thinking that things didn't work out the way you thought or hoped, or again, you're thinking of, some feminines might be thinking of getting a divorce. Unfairness, lack of accountability, dishonesty to ourselves even. Because again, we have to be honest with ourselves. We are where we are due to our own choices. And again, we get what we allow. So it's again, being accountable for our own roles. Opportunity for greater understanding again of yourself in life. Unwillingness to understand the deeper meaning of why an event has occurred. Missing out on an opportunity for greater understanding of yourself. Again, because all these situations are meant to teach us something about ourselves, and a lot of it is how we show up, the energy that we bring, and the energy that we allow. And again, you get what you allow. You see the crack way before the ass. People choose to leave on rose-colored glasses. People choose to cling to the potential. But again, if you've been clinging to the potential for years, that person is never going to reach their potential because they're not putting in the effort to do so. They're just there because you're enabling them and their shit, and they're enabling you and yours, and nobody's growing, expanding, being productive, manifesting, whatever it is for you. So again, we're needing to understand the big picture, why it all happened, what was it meant to teach us again about ourselves and about other people. Not only oneself accountable, again, because we can't blame everybody. You can't blame everybody else. Well, they did this and they did that and they did this. This is, yeah, but you probably allowed a lot of shit for a long time. So you can't be surprised as someone is behaving in the same way that they always do. Again, we have to be accountable for, again, what we allow, and us reaping the effects of that. How long we stayed in something, how long we tolerated whatever due to our own lack of boundaries, self-love, self-respect, wanting better, knowing we deserve better. Again, we have to hold ourselves accountable, see the bigger picture, and that will help with the releasing and healing as well. And again, in the closure that you may be seeking elsewhere. Trying to dodge a bullet and blame others for your mistakes. We kind of touched on that again. We can't. Even though they may have been the worst for it because they did whatever, but again, it is not like they were completely perfect and then they made one mistake. For many, it's been a cycle of ongoing shit that you sweep under the rug, or you keep hoping they'll change, or they whatever. And if you're dealing with narcissists or people like that, again, it's the fucking wake-up call, and it's a painful one. Let me tell you. Like I said, you'll discover that you were in that whole situation by yourself. Even the good memories are tainted because it was all based on lies and convenience and what you could offer that person. That person didn't give two flying fucks about you and your pain and what was right and what was wrong. Like I said, you need to take responsibility. You're here through your own choices. Whatever it takes to get out of the situation is fair according to karma. So again, you may not have won the prize, but again, what was that prize? A free Happy Meal, or was it, truth and freedom and your newfound self-worth? In that case, you may have lost the dud, but you gained something out of the experience. And you need to realize that was the point of that situation. It wasn't to change that person or win that person. it was to teach you that you shouldn't be giving and not getting in return. You shouldn't be jumping through hoops. You shouldn't be self-sacrificing. You shouldn't be again, all that stuff I've kind of already touched on. So again, however it played out, as long as you learn that lesson, justice is served, whether or not you got that person, that job, that situation. If the change happened within you, then all happened as it should have. A need to release judgments of ourselves and other things might need to be more flexible but just. So again, depending on what you're dealing with, we might need to get out of the, again, victim role ourselves, especially if we're dealing with people who might be coming back from the past who have genuinely learned, changed, and grown and are willing to put in the work and effort, or in regards to any new people, we needing to not let the effects of whatever happened in the karmic situation affect a potential life partnership with a better mate. So we're needing to be a little bit more flexible and not focus so much on the wounding of or whatever this situation might have been. It's, and as far as legalities, it's an unfair outcome, biased, or failing to see a truth, or needing balanced view. Again, divorce. So that is the how you're feeling currently. And then we have here your hopes and fears, which is the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. I mean, in the upright, it's about, trying to get our balance, trying to be adaptable again to the ebbs and flows of life, what we prioritize. And again, we should always make ourselves a priority first. But this is also juggling, again, cyclical patterns going round and around and around and around, and needing to drop one of these things and put our focus, how the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, they got that one pentacle, because they're focused again on what's going to bring them stability and abundance, again, what their investments, what returns they can get on investments that were worth investing in. And again, the wisest investment you can make is in yourself first. So we're needing to drop one of these, which is, possibly what we're hoping to do. Or this is also about disorganization, financial disarray, struggling to manage finances. So again, this could be you, trying to overcome whatever, trying to get your finances in order. Maybe you went through a divorce and it's affecting you financially, or, you were dealing with somebody who affected you financially, or you're just on your own and you're trying to. But again, I think this is always relationship stuff, because it's always what it comes down to here. Or both, like I said, because a lot of people that also have financial karma. Easily overwhelmed by responsibilities, or need to be organized and planned approach, a need for structure. So again, we're needing to set schedules or make a goal plan, do a vision board, put up there what you would like to have, make a plan, and as far as steps, or set goals for yourself, daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, yearly goals, something that you can work towards. Again, try to make a plan so that you can achieve these goals, especially if you're working on anything creative, or if you've been called to do something, or if you're just trying to, again, make a change or a shift in your life. But it takes planning, it takes releasing, it takes effort, it takes drive, and it takes, belief in oneself. Don't get distracted. You need to budget. Again, a need for structure, an organized and planned approach. So maybe that's what you're hoping for, to have that, or to gain that back into your life. Get out of cyclical patterns that don't seem to be going anywhere, like hamsters on a wheel. The wheel's always spinning, but they don't move in anywhere. So it's trying to get yourself, again, unstuck, to maybe let go of whatever's holding you in this space here. Now, what needs to past, third one, hopes and fears, fifth, what needs to change, or what can you do to create change in your life. What is it that you need to let go of, in regards to yourself? And we have the Nine of Swords in the reverse. So Five of Cups in reverse. Fives are all about change, releasing. This is also about releasing, trying to get out of our heads, our worries, our sleepless nights, our anxieties, our fears, cyclical thoughts going around and around and around in our head, needing to, again, be focused, find closure on our own, allow cycles to end, new ones to start, make plans of action, living and learning, moving towards more financial stability or moving towards a partner by getting ourselves ready for a King of Pentacles type. In reverse, it's about hopelessness, depression, torment, or becoming incredibly stressed, worried, despair, causing you harm. It's also about coming out of this. Okay, so we're needing to come out of this energy here. Get out of worry. Get out of sadness. Get out of stress, Healing, basically. What is the lesson involved? What was the karmic lesson for you? We have the Five of Pentacles, and I asked why the Five of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Cups. So obviously feeling left out in the cold, maybe being with somebody who left you financially drained. Again, dealing with these codependent masculines or narcissists, people that are there just like hit and runs. They come to take what they can take, and they leave you ass out, sad, depressed, confused, lacking closure, financially drained, emotionally drained, mentally drained, physically drained, whatever it is. This is the lesson for you is to not be in situations that leave you feeling like this. You want to go for your Ten of Cups. You want a King of Pentacles. You don't want, a Seven of Swords dude or a king or queen in the reverse, right? Narcissistic types, self-serving types, those that are there, again, just to take what they can get. This is also about finding our happiness, creating a happy home life by, again, maybe getting our finances together so we're not feeling so like stressed and drained and broke. I said I can relate. Five of Pentacles again is about change. Fives and fives here, but these Five of Cups and Five of Pentacles, these are fives that suck. So they symbolize obviously something's got to change because this shit sucks. And this is also knowing that you can get out of this should you choose to seek the help that you need to get out of this. Spiritual guidance, help from friends and family, a support system, getting away from, again, people, situations that leave you feeling like this, right? Financial strife, adversity, illness, unemployment, solitude, feeling left out in the cold. Help's available, but you got to look for it, It's also about loss, anxiety, losing sight of your spiritual development. Again, don't lose sight of the big picture here. The big picture is about your soul's growth and evolution. And if you stay in situations that keep you unhappy or stagnant and stuck, or where you're not feeling that you're treated like you should be treated, you're not striving to become the best version of yourself, you're settling for less than with other people, you're settling for less than becoming what you could be, leaving you, again, just stuck in this misery energy here. This is also about karma, money, our relationship, karmic, as I said, a financial karma that people have, trying to learn to, again, have something of your own. Your attitudes towards money. This is also about having poor self-esteem or self-worth. Again, or allowing people to make us feel this way. So we're needing to work on our self-esteem. We're needing to build ourselves up. We're needing to, again, stop doing a disservice to ourselves by keeping ourselves stuck, stinking thinking, or shitty relationships, feeling alone or abandoned and unwanted, in need of support and comfort. So again, if you're not getting that in the relationship that you're in, that tells you all you need to know right there. you know. And if you mention it to someone and they're not hearing you and they're not wanting to put in the effort, again, that's all the closure you need. Close the fucking door, and don't let the door hit them on the way out. You know what I mean? Like, don't stay in situations where you're not feeling supported, or again, being with somebody and feeling alone in the relationship anyway. You might as well be by yourself. At least you won't have somebody draining you mentally and emotionally and maybe financially. You know what I'm saying? Finding your self-esteem and your self-worth. And again, and for a lot of feminines, that was the lesson. And again, what brings you happiness, right? Happy home life. Not settling for feeling like shit in a place that's supposed to make you feel peace, where you're supposed to have support. Again, misalignment of values, broken home or marriage, quarreling, family unit falling apart, unhappiness, a need to restore order. Aim to treat each other with love and respect. Again, if that's not how you're being treated, obviously not here, if this is the lesson. Misaligned personal values. Again, lowering your standards because you're afraid of losing a partner, but again, you're losing yourself in the process, right? Questioning beliefs and what you were doing, or need to address lingering issues, especially if those issues have been lingering your whole life due to some childhood wounding, some aspect of the self that we're needing the light bulb to turn on and be like, I see. Now that I've learned that, I'm going to show up differently. I'm going to give myself the love that I want that I didn't receive. I'm going to project to the world someone who has self-respect, boundaries, whatever, and I'm going to attract those people that will relish in that, not try to make me small so I can just build them up. Again, that's karmic shit. I need to be clear about where your personal values lie. Again, if you're not happy, get out. Don't fear being alone just to stay in situations that are not bringing you what you deserve, right? And here, what aspect of the self is this lesson trying to get you to change or to be aware of? We got the Queen of Cups. So again, unhappiness, staying in situations that make us unhappy, that are emotionally unfulfilling, or dealing with people that are emotionally manipulative or narcissist types. Again, male, female, doesn't matter who's on the card here. But this is, again, the aspect of the self, getting you to stop settling for less than, to settling into unhappy situations, to not using your intuition in regards to shady ass people. Codependency as well. Again, you cannot heal or change anybody. It has to come from within. Stop looking to be Florence Nightingale. Stop taking in the wounded. And because again, some of those wounded are narcissists and they play on that. They always love to be the victim. They feed like energetic vampires off of everything that you're given, to the point where it leaves you depleted. And it's all for nothing. In the end, it's all for nothing. Feeling out of touch with our emotions. Again, emotional insecurity. Low self-esteem will make you be a doormat. Low self-esteem will keep you settling for less than. You know, again, that's the codependence too. Thinking we can fix someone else, or again, our own wounding, our own fears, whatever the issue is for you. Like I said, this is not a one-on-one psychology counseling session. But I do know a lot about psychology because I've studied it. And I know a lot about spiritual stuff. So I present both things because, again, it's all psychology and it's all spiritual. It's all about karma and it's all about conditioning. That's the human experience here. So it's a combination of both, which causes us to walk through life the way that we do. And a lot of it, if we heal the self, if we look at the parts of us that need to change, and a lot of it has to be about stepping into our own power and loving ourselves, then again, your life will change. But it has to start from within first. Increased stress and need to address it before we hit the boiling point. Again, not staying in situations to the point where it leaves us like depleted or needing therapy, because we're dealing with people that should be in therapy. You know what I'm saying? Struggling to express yourself effectively, bottled up feelings, So again, not holding back our unhappiness just because, again, we fear the other person not liking what we're saying. Oh, fucking well. If you're calling somebody out on their shit and they're not open and receptive to it and willing to change that, if you're fearing speaking up because of that, or how they're going to react, then that's codependency right there. Again, trying to pacify the monster. As long as they're happy and I'm miserable, then who cares? That's not how you got to be. Weakness, thoughtlessness, again, being weak, over emotional, or running away for what we need to deal with, needing to find our path. A growing realization that we're needing to find our path. So maybe for some, you are coming into this awareness. You are realizing that I am settling for less than I deserve. I want to become better. I want to have better experiences. I want to have more money, or I want to have success, or I want to have a nice relationship. Whatever it is, it's coming into that awareness and realizing again to not settle for anything less than you deserve, right? So this is the aspect of the self, again, that they're feeling disconnected spiritually, dissatisfied. So they're needing you to, again, get more in touch with your spirituality, your soul, your higher self, why you are here, and not neglecting that aspect of yourself. Because when you're unhappy and you're feeling all this stuff, that is your soul or your higher self trying to nudge you into the direction that you need to go in to get out of that. They want you to evolve, right? Self-loathing, again, codependent, over-giver, and gets nothing in return. You see what I'm saying? You can't, unstable, being emotionally unstable. Again, don't stay in situations that leave you feeling all fucked up with people that are fucked up in and of themselves. And I asked why the Page of Cups, why the Queen of Cups, and you got the Page of Cups. So this again talks about emotional immaturity, needing to grow and realize what real love looks like and how it should be. Not this dysfunctional shit. Us also being able to realize, again, people who are emotionally manipulative or who are, again, trying to take advantage, escaping, emotional troubles or running from reality. Again, needing to take off the rose-colored glasses and see things for how they are. Not how you wish they could be, not how they were, for how they are. And not living in illusions or living with people who love to throw you in illusion, just so they can keep benefiting shit. This is also about self-doubting. So getting out of our self-doubts, getting out of whatever creative blocks that we might be having, pursuing our goals, getting out of meaningless commitments. Like I says, it's better to be alone and leaving that door, working on yourself and leaving the door open for a King of Pentacles than to stay in a situation that's leaving you feeling depleted or unhappy just so that you can be with somebody. Again, and being able to recognize real love from bullshit, right? And these three came out together, the Six of Cups, the Chariot in reverse, and the Strength card. So this is, what will you have learned, or what should you learn when this karmic lesson is over? And if you're still in this situation, this awareness will come when you finally get the lesson and get out of it. Or this is what you should have learned if you've already been through it and you're out of it and now trying to move forward. Six of Cups again is talks about, happy times, returning to a place of happiness, or trying to find that again within ourselves, trying to be the Queen of Cups in the upright. Again, male, female, doesn't matter. This is also about our views of the past. Again, maybe we're needing to realize that clinging on to, the happy times and not facing the music of the reality, because again, a lot of the happy times maybe was an illusion, especially if you're dealing with narcissist types. You keep chasing that that golden period that happened in the beginning, keep wondering, how can I get that person back? And in truth, that was all a lie, just to get you in there. And then the mask came off, and you've been stuck in the real shit, the real deal. This is again overcome, using the wisdom of the past to overcome any future things that you may come in contact with. Again, living and learning, again, taking those lessons and applying them, wanting to return to happier memories of the past, or just wanting to return to happier times, getting our balance, healing, getting out of this negative feelings here, moving towards this kind of joy and happiness. Aspects that have since vanished, but we're wanting to escape to past happiness instead of dealing with the present. Again, keep living in the what was, and keep hoping for some people to change. But again, some people that might be dealing with people that are incapable of change. You could be dealing again with narcissists or any kind of thing. So people who are really embodying these traits. And if they're not stepping up and being the King of Pentacles, you need to keep it moving. Basically. A need to take time to heal from the Five of Cups. So again, we have to heal before we deal. If you want a good partner, we first have to heal. We need to work on ourselves. So again, we have an equal match, someone who complements us. It's not need-based. It's not fear-based. It's not karmic-based. It's relationships that are built in truth and integrity. And again, in a whole new you, because you're coming into it, learning from this experience here and changing again those aspects within yourself that caused you to settle for this. And that's when you'll find your King of Pentacles, or again, male, female, doesn't matter, and your happiness and your joy. When you first find the peace within this situation, seeing the bigger picture, trying to find again your happiness by focusing on your own healing and whatever you're working towards. Allow this cycle to complete. Allow justice to turn around in your favor. Drop one of these balls that you're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with. The Chariot in the reverse speaks about lack of control and direction. So if we get out of this cyclical pattern, we'll gain some control. If we stop living in the past, we can move towards our future. It's about getting out of that feeling of being just dragged, going wherever it's leading, even though it's not leading anywhere that's bringing happiness and fulfillment, and whatever feelings that you may have, try to channel that energy in a way that's going to push you forward, in the energy of determination, focus, goals. What do I want to become? What kind of life do I want to create and manifest for myself? What efforts can I put in to have that? And it's also about needing to release control again of outcomes, wins and hows, and just again going with the flow. Just doing what you work on you. That's the only thing you have control over is you. Not other people, not the future, not what comes, not what goes. It's about, again, trying to be calm in the midst of the storm and be comfortable with allowing whatever's got to go, whatever new blessings, open that door for them to be able to come to you, but not keeping yourself stuck and stagnant and imbalanced. And also here about the strength. We got the infinity symbol above this too, going around and around and around. But you see, she's taming the beast here. She's not allowing herself to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth into situations or mindsets or whatever it is that are going nowhere. She's tamed the beast being the devil energy. Again, realizing what aspects of the self that we need to gain control of, and find our inner strength, find our courage, find the wisdom in the situation. the, you know, maturing through it, having determination and persistence, patience, you know, composure. It's also about compassion, having compassion for ourselves. Because again, don't allow anything that's going to make you feel all jacked up. And have compassion for yourself. Conquering your fears, using your intuition and being awakened. Letting go of the ego. Again, letting go of needing closure or needing someone to validate us, or letting go of whatever negative self-talk or whatever stuff that we need to let go of that's holding us back. Again, mastering the self, having hope and courage, and know that we will be rewarded for our efforts. It might not be with the person that you wanted. It might not be in the way that you would like it to come in, but you never know what you'll be blessed with. And as long as you're open to getting that thing you want, but not to the manner in which it will come or when it will come, and instead just keep moving towards it, then you'll have mastered that, you know. It's about, again, about having persistence and determination against all obstacles, quiet strength that comes from within. So, feminines, on that note, I send you love and light. I wish you healing and luck in regards to this and anything else you're going through. Again, please like, subscribe, share, hit the notifications button, leave a comment, let me know how it resonates. And I know it resonated for me. That's for sure. So hopefully you got something out of this too. And I encourage you all again to love yourself. Don't settle for less than. Work towards your goals and dreams. Heal, you know, and believe in yourself, and believe that all, you know, there other things are possible. The universe wants to bless you. They're just waiting on you again to believe that you can have it. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.